Hello, I'm Matt Ellis. I'm the Chief Technical Officer for Midland Seafood. So I handle all the construction design and whatnot of our shrimp production systems. And this is a tour of our shop located here in Boone, Iowa. We basically try to do all the fabrication of the system here, and then we pick up everything and then move it to a farmer's facility. Not everything is placed here, but we have the majority of the components. From the culture tanks, water flows into our water treatment system, which you see kind of all right here. So these are all water treatment components. It starts off with solids filtration. So we need to get any waste, uneaten feed, etc., out of the water. So our first step for solids filtration is our drum filter, which you actually see is this tank right here. This is actually part of the drum filter. So this is the actual drum. There's screen that goes on this drum, and that's what does the actual filtration. This sits in there horizontally. Right now it's just vertical for construction. Filters out any of the solids, and then there's also a backwash cycle that cleans it. Um, After the drum filter, we go to that tank right there, which is our foam fractionator. So what the foam fractionator does is it creates a lot of foam, and as that foam rises, it removes the really fine particles in the water. So we have our coarse solids filtration with the drum filter and our fine solids filtration with the foam fractionator. The water then goes to our patented algae reactor. So in this tank, there's 26 submersible lights. That's what you see all here. Those lights are used to grow algae, and that algae is going to uptake the nitrogen, phosphorus, CO2, and put oxygen back in the water. So it's all of our dissolved nutrients get filtered out here. As this mixes, all the old dying algae actually exits this tank and either gets eaten by the shrimp or it gets taken out by the solids filtration. Next step is the pump sump. There's pumps that go all the way around it, and it pumps water back to the culture tanks where the shrimp are. We use a lot of plastic in our construction because this is the systems are salt water, so you try to minimize the amount of metal you use. So a lot of plastic fabrication, plastic welding. We do a lot of 3D printing, like this drum here uh, is all 3D printed and then assembled by us. We have a whole fleet of 3D printers we can go look at over there. So these are our 3D printers. Like I said, a lot of our components are 3D printed because it just gives us a lot of flexibility on what we can design and build. And also it's plastic, so it's not going to rust or anything. So right now in our 3D printing farm, we have about 20 printers. Just right now, we're just finishing up some components for a install in Minnesota here next week.